What is going on, fish people? Yes, you know who it is. It's Josh with Ohio Fish Rescue. I just wanted to stop in and give you guys a little update. So today we had someone drop off 3 what I believe are to be gold piranhas. They are, anywhere from 8 to 10 inches, I'd say. But there are three of them. They just came in today. Kind of cool. We don't normally get these through the rescue too often, but when we do adopt them out, and we have a waiting list for them. So I have one of our members. He has a 400-gallon piranha tank, and he is #1 on the waiting list right now. So after these guys go through a little bit of a quarantine, I'm going to go ahead and give him a call and let these guys be home. Now, if you guys remember, we did move some fish out of here because the tarpon were getting a little bit too big and a little bit too spazzy. So the tarpon came over here. They got a little bit messed up in the move. Good news, they are all healed back up, all doing great. Now, if we come over here, I'll give you guys a little peek-see at the Giraffe Cat too. He's doing magnificent. His nose is all healing up. He's looking great in this tank. But, oh yeah, I also forgot about the Phoenix barbs. You can see they're getting a lot more of their coloring back in. They are schooling together. So, let's go over here. I got something else I want to show you guys. But a little bit of good news. So we come out here to the side of the house. Yes, we've been cleaning it like none other. We have bags of K3 media that Vincent Wu, he donated to us, but we had some raccoons that got into it, and they were pretty much all over the floor. This is a big slant, so they were rolling down underneath a car. We just scrapped that car. But we had Connor, one of our little community service helpers. He came over and he picked up all the K3 media, filled up all these bins, and put the rest in trash bags. That was a mess to clean up. These raccoons just tear stuff up over here. But we are finally getting ready to bring this beast inside. We are just a few days away trying to move things around to where we can go ahead and get this set and rolled in. So to do that, this 180 here is being moved. I am going to move these fish tonight. They are going to go back into the 550 until their new owner comes and picks them up. So all these plants have to move. This chest freezer has to go on and get out of here. Of course, our pond vac, our seed filter, our big old pallet jack, that's got to be moved. And so to get into the next part of this video, so as you guys know, we're always getting new tanks in. Well, something exciting happened. We got a call from one of the sort of local pet stores. They are closing down. They don't want nothing to do with the tanks. So they went ahead and got a hold of us, and they want us to come pick up all of the tanks. Now, some of them are store displays, and they're pretty big. So we're going to be able to phase out some of our smaller tanks here. First one being this 500-gallon cube. Now, we only get rid of a tank when we are able to upgrade, being that this is our smallest tank that we can move out to be able to complete this whole wall of tanks here. So that's the tank that we decided to go ahead and get rid of for now. But I can't really spill the beans and tell you guys what size tanks we have coming, but just know it is an upgrade. So to do this, as soon as these fish finish quarantining, right in here, sorry, you got the sunlight coming in and reflecting over. As soon as these fish finish quarantining, we're going to go ahead and drain this tank, build the stands, and we're gonna finish this row down here. With this tank being gone out of here, this 1000 is going to scoot down. And then, like I said, my dad's been working and clearing out this whole side of the house to go ahead and pull this 2,000 gallon in to go right against that wall. So this man right here's, oh, you got the sunlight right in your eyes. But this man's been putting in some overtime here at the rescue. So that tank is just days away from coming inside here. This tank will be moved tomorrow. The fish will be out of here tonight. And I've got one other thing I want to show you guys here. So, of course, we've got this tank going inside. This tank came from Rob Volt's. I do believe it's a 180 gallon, of course it's a triangle tank, but it's got the two sides flattened off. It is acrylic. We do have to buff it, but we are getting ready to roll that inside now. But as you guys can see here, we've got these big concrete discs. What are these things? Well, this guy...
Ooh, I know.
Go ahead and tell him.
They are tables from out front of the McDonald's outside eatery. Now, if you look at this tabletop, it matches the rocks behind you, which are the rocks that are in the pool. So, what we want to do is set up these things here and put two tables on this side of the shallow end of the pool, and we can sit out there. The water comes up to the bottom of the table, and we can sit in the pool and play cards and hang out. And it'll be a rock formation where the fish will also use this hiding areas and stuff. And it'll clear up this area.
So, of course, you've got the big steel, basically the bases for the tables. We are going to sandblast them and powder coat them, basically get them ready so the water will not make them rust. And we want to, liven these things up a little bit. They are a little bit beaten up from being in McDonald's. And so let's go inside and show you where we plan on putting these guys. So we get in here. Now, of course, the only logical explanation, as you can see, we already started carrying in the seat tops. Right here in the shallow end. He's wanting to put one basically where that piece of driftwood is, and one closer to here. So instead of doing both at the same time and going gung-ho, we're going to test one out, see how we like it, how much room it takes up, and if we happen to like it, we'll then build the second one in here and make this whole pond complete.
But being made out of stone, it kind of blends into this whole motif. So it'll look like a stone table in the middle of a stone pond. So let's cross our fingers and hope it works out.
So as you guys can see, there are pond plants in here. Now this is the first time we've ever been able to put plants in this pond, and they have lasted. This is now the second day. My mom went and picked up some fish. No, actually some guy came up, he dropped off some water lettuce, and he dropped off these pond plants here.
He drove from Pittsburgh, 2-hour drive, to give us a bunch of plants. These are his plants.
We went ahead and put them in here, and they've now lasted 2 days. You can see new flowers are starting to pop up there, new leaves are popping up. So we do have hope that we can start having lilies in this pond, because usually the tilapia and the gourami would come up. Look at that, we've got flowers starting up, so they're doing at least okay to where they want to sprout their flowers. But our biggest problem is the gourami would come up and it would pick at the stems and just pull them out for no reason, just so he can be a little butthead and
be a big butthole.
Not have plants. So if this does work out, we will expand it to where we have 2 different pots of lilies, and we'll have lilies all across this whole shelf here. So now we come back here. All that salt treatment did kill off a lot of the hornwood here. Don't yell at me if I just butchered that name, but it is coming back. This stuff will explode. We did just put some nutrients in the water for pond plants. Now all the pond plants are starting to wake back up. As you can see, this guy's starting to sprout again. We've got new growth on the pothos again. Now if you come around here we go. We've got the backside here. If you can see over here, you've got plants just starting to explode. We put the the pond nutrients in here yesterday, and you can already see a big jump back on these plants. You can see right here the creeping Jenny. You can see all the leaves died off. She's starting to perk back up. This, I forget the name of it, but it came in with some other pond plants. Of course, we've got some jungle val. And you can see the plants are just perking right back up. They are going to absolutely explode. Now, you guys have had a good idea. Now, you guys were asking, why didn't we just put this Ultima filter onto the 700-gallon setup that we were quarantining? Well, I will tell you guys. Well, for one, that tank was only temporary, and we are going to drain it because we need to recoat the inside with our two-part polymer that we paint all of our wood builds with. We wanted to give it an extra security layer of, epoxy on there. So with that being said, I didn't want to hard pipe this thing in because yes, it is coming through bulkheads. I would have had to hard plummet it in there with the pumps and whatnot. So I just did a temporary fix here to keep this bacteria alive. As soon as I take them tanks down, I will hard plumb this in onto that whole row of tanks. So I don't want you guys to think that we are not listening to you or reading the comments, because we surely do. Alrighty, so coming back in here, see what else we got going on here. So as I said, we do have all these pond plants. Of course, you guys have been asking about the Cayman. He is still here. I have him inside this 1,000-gallon tank for now, so people can't reach in and get bit, because he is a feisty one. But we are planning to rehome this guy. His new owner will be coming to get him soon. He deserves a lot better life, and he's going to get just that. So stay tuned to see where this guy's going to end up. And you come out here, and you guys can see we got a 1,000-gallon tub that's filled with nothing but water lettuce. And now, of course, we got, if anyone wants a chiller, this is a saltwater chiller that came off the 2,200-gallon tank. I'm going to scrap it if nobody comes and picks it up. So that is just a pile of scrap metal that I found because I will never use it. We are freshwater, have no reason to use a chiller. So, coming up front, we can show you the rest of the pond plants. So we are trying to cover the whole top of the 58,000-gallon pond with pond plants. So the guy who brought the water lettuce to us, we thank you very much. I went and I bought some water hyacinths just so we can get them growing out here on the outdoor pond. And we are going to take them inside as soon as it gets starting to get cold enough and they multiply as much as that they can. I want to continue to get the rest of that salt out of the water. It's down to almost nearly nothing. So I can probably put these guys in there and that they live, but I want these guys to multiply as much as possible. So when I do put all these plants in here and the fish do decide to eat some, these guys can grow faster than the fish can eat them. So that is the plan moving forward for now. So I just wanted to give you guys a little update and see what kind of fish we got going on, what kind of videos you guys got to look forward to next. So I just want to thank you guys for watching our videos, and always remember, like, comment, and subscribe, and stay fishy, my friends.